Peace and greetings. We are at the mind controls. We're going to go into a more in-depth study of cosmic science. This statement goes as follows. The transmitter and receiver are one and the same. The transmitter is meant to close the cycle, and the receiver is meant to open the new cycle. Is this true or false? It is true. We are closing the final cycle of an age while opening the new cycle concurrently. This is one of the reasons why we say it is our job to now begin to lay the foundation of the golden ages. We do so with our mind controls. Essay. This is not a writing essay. Instead, it is something for you to think about. And the essay is this. The noosphere is the Earth's mental envelope, or the thinking layer of the Earth, and it can be understood as the storage unit of the sum of the mental interactions of all of life, both in the phenomenal and imaginal realms. So, within your own mind, define the phenomenal and imaginal realms. And once you define those, which at this point, you should know what they are from H&P 2 or 3, or you can also find that information in one of the e-books by Jose Arguelles. You may be able to find it in Assessing Your Multidimensional Selves. Why is this important for us to define the phenomenal and the imaginal realms? It is because these are the two realms minus the judgment. I did not include that realm for a reason, which would be the moral realm. A lot of times when the phenomenal and the imaginal realms meet together, there is in between them the moral realm. Am I thinking correctly? Is this something I should be doing? Am I going to go to hell for this? Does this fall in line with what I've been indoctrinated to believe? Those type of things. I didn't want to bring that in, but I did want to bring in the fact that there are facts, there are number, there are raw data, okay, in the phenomenal realm. But in the imaginal realm, that is where we have our desires, our intentions, our imagination. That is where we decide what we're going to do. The imaginal realm is where our thoughts are and things along this line. I just defined it for you, but how will you define it for yourself? What information will you decide to hold in your phenomenal realm and in the imaginal realms? That's important because if you're going to time travel, you want to have specific data already in your mind. You already should have a question answered of where and how and why you're going there, why you want to visit there, why you want to take a trip there, from the imaginal realm. So or if you don't know where to go, you will go into the imaginal realm to decide these factors. Go within your own mind and think about it. The astral journey activity. We all want to experience a higher frequency that brings blessings of peace, joy, synchronicity, and prosperity. We all want that. So what we should do is, number one, choose a wave. A wave is a thought, it's a feeling, it's an inspiration. It's something that prompts you, okay? And then ride it. Ride that feeling, ride that thought, ride that wave, that inspiration. For example, to experience more prosperity in your life, there must be an initiation towards it. It doesn't take a lot. Only the mind or that wave and the desire and the spirit. Those are the three things that we need: mind, will, and spirit. Wave, desire, and action. Number two, do something that you find yourself not doing because of a perceived conservative position on saving. that you must take, or from a perceived lack of in-hand resources. For instance, buy a pair of shoes, take a trip, eat out, etc. Don't feel tight and afraid for spending the money. And when I say buy a pair of shoes, if you already have 100 pairs of shoes, then don't buy a pair of shoes. Only buy a pair of shoes if you need a pair of shoes. Take a trip if you need to get away and get a different environment to vacate your old routine. Eat out only if you haven't eaten out in a long time and you really want to check out that new restaurant, then do so without feeling as if you can't because you must save or you don't have or anything like that that will make you afraid. So don't think about any bills, food, or when, where, and how when you're doing these things. Don't let it come and choke up your intentions, because it will do that. Instead, cut the feedback loop by enjoying the good feeling of wearing a new pair of shoes, seeing something different from your normal routine, or experiencing cuisine not usually eaten. Number 3, this is an initiation, but it doesn't stop there. Each heptad or moon, do something to keep the wave going. Soon you will notice that you have prosperity in your life because you're not holding it back. You're allowing the wave to bring it to you, those experiences. And each and every time, waves will be made for you to enjoy that wave and even to connect with other waves. Number 4, do this for a whole castle or vino, which is a 20-day run, or depending on what your initiation is. Last but not least, we want to monitor the progress mentally, spiritually, and materially. Remember, we're dealing with the phenomenal realm. That means the facts, the numbers, the statements, things that we know to be real. And it also includes our intentions, our hopes, our aspirations, our thoughts, our dreams, our desires and abilities that we know, that we feel assured about. Okay? That's the mental, then the spiritual, the mind, will, and spirit, and then material, because we are still living in the material realm. And until we are not living in the material realm, we'll still be okay because we are getting practice with transforming our bodies from one of our light bodies to the next light body, and we'll still be, okay? And we'll be comfortable and experts, if you will, at it. Peace to the gods.